morning, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks Thursday night. Fazoom is gone to see the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, so he's skipping out on us tonight.
And he's with Chris Campbell.
He took Chris Campbell with him, so you can register your complaint on one of Fazoom's social media pages if you like.
Yes.
But the rest of us are here, and well, we had Meredith. There they are. We had Meredith and Natalie down there, and Aubrey has joined us tonight. Thank you for joining us. We don't get to see you very often.
Sorry, I had a 10-year-old and a dog all trying to squish up against me at one time.
Perfect.
And that's Thursday.
We're being late tonight. I had a long trip back from Charlotte, and I'm tired. So
it is May the 4th.
It is.
All of the Dana's just a casual, so we won't talk about him. But but Aubrey has a nice Star Wars shirt on.
Also a casual fan.
Yeah.
I'm actually I actually pulled a shirt out today. Not the shirt you see in glorious Technicolor over the top, which I'll talk about later. But I actually pulled a shirt out of the closet that I had not worn before for the first time, and it is actually a Funko Pop Star Wars shirt. So I had totally forgotten I had gotten this, and I was like, oh, I'll wear that today. So casual Star Wars it is. Casual Star Wars.
Some of us wear Star Wars shirts on every day of the year. So, I mean,
I have too many fandoms.
I still have my Star Wars role-playing game source book from college. And in the early 90s, this is all the Star Wars content that there was.
yes, I had that too.
This is all there was.
That's
Until the Timothy Zahn books came out. This is it. This is all there was.
That's all you got. That was all you got.
Our own Star Wars. Uphill both ways in the snow.
Some of us had to go to client meetings and like not wear Star Wars shirts.
Oh,
Yeah,
lame.
I had a meeting myself today.
You know, you could have worn your Star Wars underwear today.
I don't.
yeah.
I guess
I'm
I'm a
saying.
poser. I guess I'm a poser like my husband.
I won't show mine, but I'm not saying I am or am not wearing Star Wars underwear today. Just
Meredith, I still have an article of clothing that I bought specifically for you that I keep forgetting to give you. So the next time we're together, I need to
I
get
heard there may or may not be a prime minister of Canada involved.
that.
I do have some Star Wars shoes.
You know what?
I have
Yeah.
Star Wars socks on.
I have a pair of the Boba Fett Skechers, the high top.
Yes,
Ooh,
you do.
nice.
Those are very, 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 very cool. I've seen them.
So on my Facebook, I shared the picture of myself from the 80s when I had the Empire Strikes Back curtains and the bedspread with the pillowcases. So, you know, I had it.
It's good
And I
stuff.
see there's a cat behind you, Dana. Be careful.
There's a cat. That would be
Sneaking up behind you.
Desmond.
Oh, look at that cute face.
Meow.
Desmond said that she wants to be on TV. Come on, Desmond.
Come on up here. Say
With
who.
Maddie's absence, we're not, in my kitty's passing, we're not getting enough cat content on the show. So,
Say hi.
oh,
Say hi.
Desmond.
This is mommy's baby. This is mommy's baby.
Aw.
But evidently he wants
So she-
something because he normally doesn't come in here unless he wants something. What do you want? No?
Slumming.
That's it.
Doug has declared there's not enough room on the couch right now. He won't come up.
That means
You need a
gotta
bigger
be
couch.
I have a huge couch.
I know. I was being facetious.
Well, we should say hello to our viewers in the chat right now. So we got Entertainingly Lame,
Ryan.
Ricks,
lame.
BJ, Andrew Sutta, and Brian Jorgensen, who have joined us. Thank you for hanging out with us. Probably we're going to talk about the Dreamzzzz sets that were unveiled this week. But first, we're going to take a spin around the room, say hello. Let's go to Aubrey because we have not talked to Aubrey in a little bit. How are you?
I am doing great. I bought 2 brick sabers today.
Ooh.
Not one, but two?
Yeah, we got one with a black hilt as well, but Cole took that one to work.
Nice.
I kept this one with me. Cole took the black one to work.
Fire it up. Fire it up.
Oh yeah, it's very loud, so it's really cool. And then like
Change the color. Change the
oh
color.
yeah, well I have to like tip it upside down to change the color.
You do?
It's like
It's confusing.
It's science.
very interesting, but yeah, it has a bunch of features. There we go. There's blue.
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Where can you get them?
I bought mine at Bricks and Minifigs. We got there they opened at 10 and we got there at 10:02. And when I left, they had one saber left.
Wow.
We were like, how many did you get? And they're like, apparently not enough. Like, apparently. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Been organizing Lego at my house. That's kind of it.
Did you take my advice and try to put those children to slave labor?
Yeah.
I have not done that yet.
Oh, yeah, missed opportunity.
I did. Well, I kind of did the opposite. So we can go into it a little more with when we talk about dreams, but they're also doing like a contest for kids 6 to 12 to create creatures. And I told my kids about it. So now the Lego room's even worse.
Interesting.
So I did the opposite of having them sort.
You're getting them to build.
Yeah.
Building's good.
Yep.
Building's good.
You're never going to become a capitalist overlord with that inability to make the minions work hard.
I know. Gotta crack down on it.
Well, alrighty. Let's see. Let's go to the Wheels household. What are you guys doing?
We're a little tired tonight, but we end up getting what did we get? We got our we got the Thai bomber on sale. And Dana like messaged me this afternoon. I'm like, Dana, that sale was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, but notice I messaged you when I saw it, but did you message me?
I thought you were on Reddit Lego, like Reddit Lego deals. You're not a member?
No, I'm not.
We rely on Will. Will McCain is on there, and he tells us about Lego deals.
This is true.
You go to Lego Reddit deals, or was it Lego Reddit deal sets? I don't know. I will now send you all the link to it, and they post like whenever there's a deal. But the Thai bomber is 20% off Amazon. I used my Jeff Bezos points, so I got it for free. And then we got the Executioner, and Natalie wants to show everyone her rock and metal. No, that's your pin.
Super powered.
From the state championship that she couldn't go to because she had hand, foot, mouth. But I don't know. And Chris is not. No, Chris is not a U. Okay, I apologize to UGA fans, but I don't know how. How does UGA have a College of Engineering?
Yeah,
it's called Georgia Tech, yo. Sorry. So, she's very, yes.
There can be more than one.
No, Georgia Tech is supposed to be the school of engineering for the University System of Georgia. So she's decked out in her Lego league. I know, I'm such a snob. UGA is a very good school. I'm going to shut up now. So that's about it. And Chris Loomis at Bricks and Minifigs, Johns Creek is saving me my brick saber. So I have to go pick it up on Saturday. Sorry, Dana.
So are they selling this as a completely built thing, or do you buy the kit?
It's completely built.
Oh, okay.
And no, I have two Ultra Sabers at home, customs for Victoria and I, so I'm okay with having not gotten one of the new sabers.
Well, Natalie broke my lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge, so.
Natalie.
Well, so I actually did kind of have to build mine. So like it was in 4 pieces. The bottom part, this top part, this the blade, and then the main part of the hilt. And I had to build it, and the charging port is like in the bottom of it right here. So yeah, I had to build it, and it doesn't fit built in the box, but it's like it's rechargeable.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like I mean, it wasn't difficult or anything, but I did have to build it a little bit. But it's not like you got to put like a crystal or in it. And
yeah. And that's pretty much the same way.
You're not having to solder anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
It was like an Allen wrench and some tiny screws and then screwing some things together, but that was it.
And that's how the other ones are.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Bricks and minifigs. Bricks and minifigs.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, and like my kids were just playing with it, and like you can battle with them.
Oh yeah, they've come a long way with the blades. I'm sure that it's Ultra Saber that they went through for the blades because they're like the de facto company that makes them and whatnot. But yeah, no, I mean you see guys going full out combat with those things.
Yeah.
They're solid. They're solid.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
No breaky.
Very cool. Well, let's go to our Canadian correspondent. Jeff, what's going on?
I'm muted.
Other than mute.
Yeah, I know, I'm muted.
We're muted.
Not much.
Rick?
I just grabbed the camera
You?
to just show the progress of, see if I can get a little bit further back, my harbor here. Still working away, basically just making things removable. The brackets, the dark gray brackets, when you actually build a full circle, they don't actually, like the space between those plates is not two studs. It's literally, I can't get any closer. It's a plate, a headlight brick, and a tile thickness. And it just basically fits. Just trying to snug it in there.
It sounds like the beginning.
What was that?
Plate, a headlight brick, and a tile walk into a bar. Go ahead.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I'm just working on this area, trying to figure out, what I need to build. Like I was going to build a hill here, but then I realized I'm probably going to just do it like a retaining wall and tile this all off because this is kind of like the cargo area. And then in the next module that I'll have to build next, which will be, over here, not in the water, but the new module I'll have to add, that'll be where the pathway will go to the main castle and stuff. So yeah, just building away. I haven't gotten any of my parts yet for one of my Bricklink orders that I made a couple of weeks ago, and my Bricks and Pieces order that was shipped a couple of weeks ago hasn't arrived yet either. So, I'm in limbo with some of those parts. So I'm just doing what I can until water comes in. So that's about it, I think. I don't know. Have people had problems finding Disney minifigs?
I have not.
I have.
They grow on trees in America.
Well, I wasn't sure because I'm hearing that there's supposed to be that there's shortages, right? Or that they're worried that there's going to be a lot of them gone soon. So I found out one of my local toy stores had them, and normally I buy a box and split it 3 ways between me and 2 other people. But because they're 18 figure packs now, it's a boxes, hopefully 2 full sets. I've heard rumors that they might not be. So I had to buy 2 boxes. So I dropped like $180 on minifigs this week. Or sorry, $480 on minifigs this week. Which I wasn't expecting to do, but then I started hearing possible grumblings that they're going to be hard to find. So I was like, okay, I better get them now. That's about it. Spent way too much. The usual.
Alrighty, well, let's go on over to Mosaic Guy. What's going on, Matthew?
So something that came out a long time ago, but I just got today, arrived.
You're kind of turning into a slideshow. I think your internet might be having issues.
Really? Can you see me now?
No, we can see you. It's just choppy.
It's very sort of laggy.
Interesting. Anyways, the shoes arrived. Woohoo!
Lego shoes.
Those dropped, and my 54 plate Bricklink order showed up on Wednesday. I've already probably laid down 2,000 to 3,000 dots, and I probably have about 12,000 dots to go in the Mosaic. The applying of the dots that Mosaic will be done, and then we will be on to figuring out how to not make it floppy when it's upright. But for right now, we probably will have the Mosaic done in the next 6 days. I think by our next Thursday show, I may have the whole thing done. So I may go downstairs and do the show from the formal living room, and we might have a world premiere. But that's exciting, and it's a way more exciting than grading finals. So it's been a bit of a struggle to do things I get paid to do as opposed to things that I want to do. And I'm still moving out of my office. And so today I stopped by the office and I was bringing home the London Bridge set, and I had it on a little hand cart thing, and I'm rolling down the hallway. And this kid, college student, comes by and he goes, "That is dope, man." I was like, dope. So who knew, Lego can make dodgy old professors look cool. So, that's the secret. You got to put Lego in your office. But that's, that's pretty much it. Other than, I went on Jeff's show and we spent like 3 hours discussing all the sets that came out. And it was such a long show that our host, Jeff, was doing
Everybody was yawning. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes for the record. It wasn't 3 hours.
That's still even a long show.
It was.
Yeah.
Long show.
It was.
I'm glad that we have, made this ruling of it an hour and change. We cut out. It makes everybody happy.
Yeah, but it's not like, I don't think it got boring. It was just, there were so many sets to talk about. And so many.
There were actually part 2.
Yeah, I did think about that. There were a couple sets that I legitimately hadn't seen the pictures of when Jeff put them up, and I was like, oh, that came out too. I was looking at the screen. So it was informative.
There you go. Next time I'll make it shorter.
Or 2-parter.
Yeah, you could do a 2-parter. I mean, they probably blew out all their information for all the sets, and there'll be nothing to talk about forever. Well, yeah, at least until the October sets come out. But
still Minecraft and a few other things. I think
we should still have Ninjago Markets, which is supposed to be out June 1st too, which we haven't seen official embargo on that either.
Yeah. And isn't there going to be a gift with purchase? It's like a micro Ninjago city thing coming with that?
I think so.
Supposedly. I can say these things now because I'm not an ambassador.
There's non-fuzzy pictures of it.
I haven't seen any non-fuzzy pictures of it on the internet.
It's all fuzzy at this point.
Yeah.
Well, let's go over to Dana.
So I received my invoice today for the largest mosaic plate order I've done, which was 74 plates. So those should be here sometime next week, I would assume. And I'm hoping they'll be here about the same time that lug bolt comes in, so I can start putting those things to good use. I did, however, get in a few plates yesterday from bestseller parts, so those came in. So I did get to work on a little bit more last night. I'll be out of plates again tonight probably, but again, a lot of it's all, it looks like this. It's just white dots or one color because this actually needs 3 other colors that I don't have, which I'm waiting for lug bolt 4. So that'll be that. But I did, and I'm sad once again, Chris isn't here for a debut for a set that he actually would enjoy, but I did do the Baby Space Solar Power Transport, which I was very excited to have done. This was one of my favorite sets when I was a kid. And it does have all the play functions because everything is modular, just like the original sets. Lots of fun. So this is set number 48 out of 74. I'm down. I've got a few more already designed. So I'm now down to 16 more to finish designing. And several of those are larger sets. And I've been putting them off, and I'm reaching to the end where it's like, all right, I'm going to have to do that Galaxy Commander that I've just been putting off.
You got it.
And those funky electric lights and sound sets. I did do the Sonic robot already. He's already designed. He will have a light brick in him to make him light up. So I'm going to try and incorporate a light brick in the other 2 as well, if possible. Time will tell. I did build the other night while I was watching some TV. I did build this guy. Executor. It's a fast build, but it's a fun build. It's very greebly. Some really good basic plate angling that is actually, you can wrap your brain around a little more because it's a small build versus some of the bigger builds where you're like, how would I even think about doing it? This actually gives some good building basic techniques on how to do some plate angling. And there's a cute little Easter egg inside here because all the bounty hunters and Darth Vader are all sitting around like in Empire Strikes Back. So that was kind of cool.
No disintegrations.
No disintegrations. So that was that. Oh, and then one last thing before, because I got to go pick up the missus, but I want to see if this works. I don't know if it's going to work in here because of this, but hopefully the camera will pick this up. Because the other thing about my shirt that I'm wearing, that I actually made this shirt, is that everything that's white, it's not going to do it. I wonder if
the screen is
get
on.
further away from your screen.
All right, hang on, let's try that.
It's yeah, a little bit. We can see a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Now,
yeah.
don't trip. Watch out for the cat trying to trip you.
You need some UV lights.
I do need some UV lights in here. You know what? Hang on.
If only you had a UV light.
Let's see if
Dana, don't hurt yourself.
You are right about having let the cat out first. That was probably a good idea. All right.
Dana, at least if you like trip and fall and break your collarbone, we'll have it on camera, so that'll be good.
Which is always good.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there's giving the.
Ooh.
And now if I just put that out there. Oh, there we go.
Ah.
Yeah. Exciting. All right. So yeah. So when I got this fabric, I forget when, like forever ago, and they were doing a Hawaiian shirt day at work, and I was like, I don't have a Hawaiian shirt. It's the middle of winter. I know. I'll just make one. And I didn't realize it until I was putting the shirt in, like, I forget what I was doing. I put it in my office and I walked out, and then I turned around, came back to my office, and the shirt was glowing. And I was like, oh, this is even better. So that was my excitement for the fun day. Natalie, what are you laughing at? Is your dad in the background being a goofball?
Creeping in the background. Go away, creeper dad.
Creepy dad.
We don't need creepy dads.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun.
Creepy dad.
Well, I have not really done anything much Lego-y this week. I built the little weirdo set, the little $10 classic box with the creatures, this little thing. That's all I've done this week for Lego. So, but this one's my favorite because it reminds me of the backup singers for Phenomena. So, so I like those. But you got 2 copies of the set if you want 2 of these, and then I should try to build a Phenomena to go with it.
You should make the whole theme.
Yeah. But anyway, perhaps I will share screen, and then I opened up the Brick Fans page.
Mark, I would use Brickset instead, I think, or Jay's Brick Blog, because Brick Fan only has 1 picture of each set.
Oh, okay.
Like, they don't have the back of the boxes and stuff, because that's part of the Dreams thing too.
Now I got to go through and find it.
Yeah, sorry. Well, you could have typed in Dreams with a Z, but
with a Z.
What's a Z?
It's the proper way you say the letter Z.
It's a chopper. Zed's dead. Sorry.
Isn't that how they say it in French?
All right. So here we are. Dreams is the new bunch of sets that we found out today, I think, that Carter Baldwin had a hand in designing a bunch of these. And some of us in the Lego community who've been around for a number of years know who Carter Baldwin is. And that's really cool. And these sets are, I think that the best word is whimsical. These have a really whimsical design to a lot of them. Very fantasy A lot of unusual stuff, which is fun, you know.
And by the way, Mark went to art school, so him using
think-
the word whimsical is an industry term. So
I think you want to go Studio Ghibli.
Well, that's Mare's kind of thing.
Oh, those
Interpreting.
mushrooms, those little people with the hats, that's totally something Studio Ghibli would do.
Oh yeah.
I like the blacksmith with his mullet over
Yes,
here.
that's
He
awesome. Full beard and a mullet.
Yeah, so we got like him, and we got the little wizard with the sort of potion shop,
wizard.
and we got the little bakery over here with some eats. So that's pretty fun. I gotta wonder, is this kid here? Is that headgear, like for braces?
I believe it is.
It is.
Yeah, it does
I think
kinda
it's
look like
retainer
headgear.
system.
That's kind of fun.
And it also looks like they're wearing pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The llama pajamas are hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
pajamas.
I think that one's unicorns.
Yeah, that looks like little unicorns.
I mean, if it's
They're
called
really cool
dreams,
yourself.
having them wear pajamas would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool, and it's also fun that you can take these and stick them together to make a taller building. So
It's almost like they've finally listened to us complaining for the last 2 decades about that there were no alternate build ideas on the back of a box.
Yeah.
well, and we were talking in pre-show that Dreams actually sort of they've designed most of their sets so that it's not like Creator 3-in-1 where you have to disassemble everything to do the 3 different models. It's you build the model and you add a few bits here and there, and you can exchange pieces to make the alternates, which doesn't require as much rebuilding and stuff. So you can see here the little bakery. It looks like you pull the roof off the windmill and the roof off the bakery, and then you rearrange the roof off of all 3 things, and you rearrange them. If you look over on the other side there, the bottom of the potion shop and the bottom of the bakery form the base of this little new windmill building, and then the blacksmith shop and the roof from the potion shop are in the middle, and then the windmill thing goes on top, and then the top of the blacksmith shop is like a little wall on the side. But those things can be rearranged and reassembled as this pretty quickly, I would think. So that, you know, it gives kids a way to.
And just a point, this is the most difficult of them all. The other ones are basically like there's the base vehicle and then you add parts onto that vehicle. It's not like a complete, Jenga set where you have to pull parts out and put them together in other bits. So
I have to blaze because I got to go pick up the missus from physical therapy. But one thing I want to mention before I leave, because I think this is important for everybody to realize, the animated series for this drops on the 15th of May. And the sets don't come out until I think the end of May, early June. I forget what it is. I think maybe it's the 28th or something like that. They are doing story first, supposedly. So
and it's dropping on YouTube as well, so
Yes.
everybody can watch it.
and they've actually got it listed where I think in the article I read, it listed 6 different links depending on where in the world you were, so that you weren't being excluded by region or something like that. So that's kind of cool.
Well, it's probably different languages as well, I would think. Too.
That's probably even a better idea. Thank you, Mr. Bilingual. But yeah, no, but I would normally be where Mark's perspective was, which was when this started dropping, it was like, oh, this is going to be a snoozer. This is going to be did they think about this? But it seems like they have, and that they're actually doing things in a more, I don't know, logical way as opposed to trying to rethink the formula. So I have high hopes for this. Time will be told if the animation story works. It will draw the kids in, and it might even draw some adults in at the same time. So go back and talks about the sets, and I'll talk to you guys next week.
All right, have a good night.
Dana.
Ciao.
I think it's a 10 episode drop too. What they're doing.
That will be fun to see.
Yeah.
No binging that.
Okay, so the bunny set, this has kind of Monkey Kid vibes.
Yeah, it does.
This one kind of, but it's cute. It's, the bunny is neat. And
Here's my question. Are these little evil guys, which obviously have like the night helmets going on? Is this like, listen, we had space babies. So now we're gonna have night babies. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Well,
Get all the factions.
further down in one of the larger sets, there are multiple of the little evil dudes,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they're wearing. One of them has a space helmet. One of them has a castle helmet.
Oh.
And one of them has a top hat on, and it's almost like they're the classic themes represented in the little bad guys.
Oh, I thought they were trying to pander to the castle folks because they got left out of the baby theme.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's
It's just everyone now.
everybody, yeah, but
And
anyway, the
that
bunny.
hairpiece is hot. Apparently, it's trans. Like it's like the what was it? Now, who was the Lego Movie 2 with the iridescent hairpiece? General Mayhem.
Yeah.
How it was like shiny and iridescent. Apparently, that's how that your hairpiece is on the fig.
Oh, cool.
It looks cool. Is the
A great
sword
sword.
new? Where is the
That is
sword
new.
new, or was that in?
That's a
Yeah,
new.
it's new. Yeah.
I feel like it's new.
Yeah.
And then she's holding an hourglass, but I think we've had an hourglass, right?
Yeah, there's one in elves for sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I was thinking that those little black creatures are nightmares. So,
Yeah,
you know,
there are
night
like some big,
vessel.
the bigger villains that we get down to. It's like King Nightmare and a couple of other characters. But I think this one's cute because the way that I read it is like the little bunny that's in the basket is like her stuffed animal bunny, and she like is dreaming that it's this big like mech bunny, right?
Mecha buddy.
Mhm.
I think it's so cute.
So the bunny has rocket skates or wings as the sort of extra things that it can do, which is fun.
Mhm.
It looks like a Pokemon.
Very
Does look like a Pokemon.
Yeah, it'd probably be called something like Fly Bun or something.
Yeah.
So that's neat. That one's really neat looking. And then here's another one that's pretty cool looking. The sort of ooze blob robot thing.
Apparently, they're called Grimspawn, the little cute evil space or baby things. Thank
Okay.
you, Bleach or Bletch.
So this one is running off with one of the kids who's asleep. So that's a little creepy.
Natalie, you're not allowed to be run off by a creepy spider bed.
So let's see. The
alt build for that I think is kind of cool.
oh yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of a powered up robot
Yeah.
with
Yeah, it's a cool looking robot.
Slime mecha or something.
that one's
The original nursery rhymes were also a little creepy. So, like Brother
true.
Grimm tales.
Yeah.
and then here's Grimkeeper the Cage Monster.
That is
I love this one.
adorable.
Yeah.
I love the curly Q on the head.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that new piece in 3 colors now because it's Diddy Kong's tail in brown, and then it's like in the lime green in
Yep.
I think one of the Friends sets, maybe the garden, and then it's white here, so that's cool.
I mean, that thing is truly creepy in a good
The
way.
eye on the
It's
thing
amazing.
else.
So this one sort of has a little less of the rebuilding kind of. Basically, it's just a little bit of reconfiguring of that
The
guy.
glider, yeah.
Not much to that, but that's okay. I mean, it's mostly about the big bad guy cage monster thing. So Turtle Van, this one's my personal favorite. I really like this one. I just think this is really neat. The whole Turtle Van thing.
Cactus cat.
It's
Cactus cat.
It'll look
Cactus cool.
It'll look good next to the hamburger van that's all jacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put it with my.
I love the like super buff grandma too.
Yeah, she's fun. She's
Got
fun.
like a really long torso and then like different arms. Just like super buff.
I mean, this to me just screams anime. It screams
Yeah.
Ghibli. I mean,
For sure.
it's like Cat Bus's cousin Turtle.
And then Turtle Van can have a flying mode as well, so it's sort of reconfigured into a rocket ship, but it has a periscope too, so maybe it can do more than just fly.
Have they shown what the animation style is going to be for this show?
It's going to be very much like Ninjago.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very Ninjago-esque.
I wasn't sure. Whoops, sorry.
So here is Pegasus flying horse with
Favorite one.
Nightmare
it's
King.
gorgeous. Gorgeous.
That is very cool.
The
And-
hairpiece crown on the rider. I think he's
Yeah.
I don't remember what his name is, but oh man, that's so cool. Very
It's almost like Lord of the Rings ring wraith hairpiece.
I agree.
Mhm.
It looks so good.
Do you think this horse inspired the April Fool's joke that they did?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
I mean, it's not the same horse by any means, but I'm
Right.
wondering if someone saw that and thought, hey, that'd be a fun thing to build. Anyway.
That's
It's
fun.
gorgeous. And Natalie will like
What was
to
the April Fool's joke again? I don't
A
remember.
bunch of YouTubers got sent a set, and on the front of the box, on it wasn't in a box, it was just like an instruction sheet, and it showed a nice horse. And by the time they got to the end of the build and they were building the head, it was like a dog face or something. It was just horrid.
It was like a corgi that had little Adidas on.
Yeah,
It was
just
called
weird.
Majestic Horse. Was the
The
name?
majestic horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's pretty
Anyways,
great.
it's glorious. To me, this is one of the most prettiest sets I've seen in Lego in a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
So this one, it looks
love
like
this one.
the rebuilding on this one is fairly limited too. It's kind of, you sort of pull the wings off the horse and it makes a vehicle for the Nightmare King.
Mhm.
You know,
It seems like it's more the good characters things that change, and the bad characters or the nightmare characters don't necessarily have that as much of a conversion factor.
maybe so. So here's the crocodile car. This one is my least favorite, I'd have to say, personally.
Okay, I love the scarf and the hat and the minifig character that's on the motorcycle. I don't know if there's a picture of just the minifigs, but he has this cloth scarf.
And
Yes, it's so awesomely creepy.
Yeah, the hat's cool too, for sure.
also the Thanos size head on the tiny little figure.
Yeah, that little dude's fun. And then the little good guy, the blue dude here, has a big.
He looks like the Fonz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some big hair going on there. Oh, yeah, and then our multiple modes here are
That car's cool.
the regular car,
Mhm.
and then there's kind of a, I don't know,
Beefed up car or croc car.
version of the car, and then there's the croc car. So,
It's weird.
and I guess part of the croc's mouth is this boat as well. So, yeah, I don't know.
It's a little stretch. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I'll give it to him.
We also
I-
got two.
I do like how the base build though could just be a thing by itself. You don't need to add that stuff on, right?
Yeah.
Like most people are probably going to buy that turtle van. It's just maybe for the van and not care about the turtle part necessarily until they see the show.
So the stable of dream creatures. This looks like an elf set, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
This one
Mhm.
looks almost just like Autumn's house that just came out.
yeah. The color
Yeah.
scheme.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Autumn's house.
All I know is
But
those
it is
little,
very elfsy.
There's your curly, leafy pieces there on
Yeah,
the
and the
front.
lime green.
all I know is if those mushroom kids or mushroom babies, if they're on bulk lug, I'm going full Dana on them. I'm gonna buy 100 and make a little box with the little
They're so
mushroom.
cute.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
There's also the windmill on the building. Like that's a new leaf piece as well.
Yep.
That's
The
in
Donkey Kong.
sets as
Yeah. And it's in teal on the side
well.
of
Oh
it.
yeah, and teal there too. Yeah, those ones look pretty cool for
Those look like great pieces.
yeah.
And there's Grandma there again.
Grandma's pretty epic.
Yeah, and Cactus Cat. We love Cactus Cat.
Cactus cat.
So this one, the 3-in-1, pertains to the this deer sort of fancy deer, whatever.
The building does have a few changes as well. Like you can see flowers in the top one, and then they're not there in the second one, like the blue flowers, because they go on the deer.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of conversion there, but yeah, it's mostly the deer.
Yeah, I was going to say this also, it looks like a view of the backside of the house. So you can see it's got a little bit of interior stuff in there. That's cool.
I really like this one. This one's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then the space bus,
which is just cool.
This one's so fun.
Myself, this is just me. I find it disappointing that every space thing that Lego makes that is not Star Wars is a space shuttle.
Yeah.
Always a space shuttle.
Hey, we got the rover.
You know. Well, but I just mean that, like, you know, there are so many space shuttle sets. It's like Matthew has a joke with City that it's all helicopters, and my joke with space themed things is that it's all space shuttles.
Yeah, all shuttles. You're
It's
right.
all shuttles. It's just, you know.
Is it possible that's part of the Star Wars contract that they can't build like spaceships, maybe, but they can build?
Who knows? But I mean,
you know, like
it could be that, you know, the only kind of wingy looking spaceship they can do is a space shuttle sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I want to know why the Fonz has a hockey stick as a weapon.
Why not?
Because you can use a hockey stick for evil. Not that I've ever.
Yeah,
done
for
He's a
real.
good guy.
Okay, so Meredith, look, we've got pirates, we've got
I
space,
know.
we've got
I know.
castle, and we've got town. We've got the original 4 kind of like Lego themes represented as the little bad dudes here, which is kind of
Their
funny.
little twirlies on their hats.
That's
It's amazing.
adorable.
Colors, that's funny. I don't know what this one is. That's kind of a
He's a little bit more creepy.
little more fancy.
I would point out that when Lego made Galaxy Squad, they were not all shaped like shuttles.
this is true.
Yeah. And Bleck says that Monkey Kid's Galactic Explorer wasn't quite a shuttle. And that is somewhat true. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, it was more like a rocket.
Axel Plate says, why is the little green guy attached to the shuttle? Maybe that's like an ooze extension, you know. He looks like the kind of, like he's maybe made out of goop and he can stretch and something. Maybe that's like one of his things.
Goo oxygen.
Well, it shows the good guy here hanging from it as well. So maybe that's I'm sure that
Maybe
yeah, one of the episodes, probably the goo guy will stretch out and like do something.
maybe he's supposed to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Yes, now we laughed.
You scored points there, Matthew. You scored points.
Got it.
That was a very dad joke.
This
I do like that it says, like, watch the series online. The box art is like really clear what the set is, and the back is really nice, because I feel like the box is kind of what killed Hidden Side. Because I feel like this is a theme that could do well on its own without the series, just based on the things. But the series is obviously going to help, and I feel like the app could have really helped Hidden Side. But because the box art was kind of terrible and the app was really janky, like, I think those things kind of killed Hidden Side. And I think they learned from those mistakes on what this box art looks like. And there's
still not really a connection though between all the different sets. I mean, we're seeing it a little bit, but I think the story still is needed for that, right?
Right.
To understand what's really going on.
Hey, we got to sign off because somebody's got to go to bed. Can you say goodnight?
Good night.
Can you
Good
say
night, Natalie?
Can you, Aubrey?
Good night.
Have a good night.
Sorry, we're missing out on the rest of them are awesome, by the way.
Okay, so Bleck says Z-Blob, the little green meeple, is shaped by imagination, so it can do whatever it wants.
Oh,
That's
okay.
cool.
Which is good to know.
Yeah.
I have to say that this set probably has the weakest alternate buildy things because it's like a space shuttle with some engines on it, or
Yeah,
a space shuttle with the engines stacked up
on
to
the
make
top.
a blaster thing. I mean, that's kind of they're not doing much with that.
Yeah.
I figured this would be the one set you guys would be happy for.
Well,
You
it's
figured wrong.
Yeah.
Very critical of space.
Well, I would say that I do have a more critical eye for space because last year we got a really, really great space set, and this is
The Olivia's Space Academy. That was the best one.
Nice.
Yeah. You know me.
That was the one, right?
Speaking of Olivia's Space Academy, it had a space shuttle in it.
It did have a space shuttle.
This
It
set,
also had like a little solar system.
this set is a
mechanism that was really
space
cool.
shuttle,
Yeah.
and if you go over to the city, line, you can probably find a space shuttle.
Just,
Not this year.
A couple more, maybe.
Oh, not this year. We don't have a space shuttle this year. It's in
You
Dreams.
don't even have police or fire either. It's awesome.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, Black gives you an A+ for trolling. Well done.
Thank you.
The Fantastical Treehouse. This is really pretty.
Love this one. This
Yep.
one looks like the Friends treehouse, the 10-year
does.
anniversary of Friends treehouse, but then
But this one does this does the tree part better. I have to give this one the credit for looking more like a house in a tree instead of a house built around a tree.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
this does really look great as a tree house.
Yeah.
And then it has kind of a small version of the cage monster dude over here. And I love the mailbox robot down here. He's really fun. I like him. So it's neat that you can sort of see that this looks like Z-Blob's little ooze room here with oozy sides on it. That's fun. And Grandma's up there that looks like is that like a donut perch or something going on up there?
Hit the button at the bottom to expand it.
And the big, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got like Grandma's face on it. Is that a donut or a bagel?
It almost looked like it's filled with something, like based on the black stuff coming off the sides.
I guess we'll find out when the series premieres.
The street signs too are on there, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, the street signs are neat.
Yeah.
You got a little sort of chompy monster down here. It looks like they're selling mushrooms here.
That explains a lot of these sets, maybe.
I think I recall somewhere somebody saying that they eat mushrooms to help them do things in the show. I don't know if that's a good thing for Lego to be doing, but So yeah, so here's the 3-in-1 action on this one is that it looks like the rooms sort of get added on and you can reconfigure them in certain ways.
Yeah, like the bottom one, it looks like a battle mode.
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, it's got shooty balloons and it's got like a shooty thing and Grandma can shoot her donut bagels. And then this is more like the peaceful mode. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This one kind of seems like a bigger mesh of all the characters.
Mm-hmm. I just like Mailbot. He's neat.
Yeah, I do like him.
And then the Nightmare Shark Ship. I think this one is very cool. This one is this one's really neat.
I'm very excited for this
Nightmare
one.
King. This dude is metal.
He looks so good. I love it.
And the giant eyeball here is very cool. And the big shark head. A lot
And
of
the
cool stuff there.
prison in the belly.
And the prison almost looks like a bed. Like Maybe it's trying to get the kids to go to sleep or something, which is what most parents want our kids to do. So are we the baddies?
Is this based off that Samuel L. Jackson book?
Yeah, exactly. I like her pajamas with the sleepy sloth. That's cute.
So this is another theme where like there's the two predominant characters that are in almost every set, and I mean most of the sets are like that, I guess, but it's just that irks me a little bit because it's like,
you're gonna get a lot of them.
Yeah, if you buy them all, you're gonna get a lot of them.
I mean, Hidden Side did that as well, where you had you had the hero boy, the hero girl, and then everyone else is a secondary.
But they had different prints in almost every set too, which means that people then, if they were collecting them, then at least there's a reason to get them all, I guess. But
yeah.
So the 3-in-1 action here is a regular shark ship, or a flying shark ship, or a rolling shark ship car with shooty things on it. Kind of, that's. I think that is a little more fun as a 3-in-1 thing because you've got your water, air, and ground modes for the shark ship to be able to be evil. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And there's the girl trapped in the little.
It almost looks like there's a bed even in the shark's mouth. Like there's something pink there that's rounded.
Maybe
you know what I'm saying? Like
the person trapped in the bed is supposed to be experiencing sleep paralysis.
Well, the anchor feeds through there, so that this knob right here probably rolls.
Oh, okay.
The anchor. I'm guessing that maybe on the show he'll spit that anchor out and catch somebody and reel them in or something.
Yeah.
That's just that's my guess based on nothing but the anchor hanging out of his mouth. But I could see that being an action thing they do. So yeah, that's the bottom of the page for the Dreamzzzz sets. So does anybody have specific thoughts you want to talk about?
In our chat yesterday, which this is not a repeat of Mr. Sincere in the chat, but there was the question of, would parents buy these sets off of a shelf versus a standard town set or Ninjago set or something like that, based on the boxes themselves? Like, because I mean, some of these could be scarier for, well, I guess 10 plus, so it's a little bit of a higher age range, so maybe it won't be a scary type set. But you know what I'm saying? Like some of the boxes look to be more on the dark evil side.
Yeah, I mean they do say 10 plus, like you say, and I don't know, but I'm wondering if they're trying to capture a little bit sort of tween kind of age, or like slightly kind of.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting out of Ninjago, maybe age range, and getting into this. Maybe,
well,
I don't know.
Even like the Ninjago show and Monkey Kid, Elves, there's a lot of shows that like they're pretty scary. I know that I can't speak for all parents, obviously, but I have a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 12-year-old, and they're all very excited for this. And I mean, we love Halloween and scary stuff, and so it's I think your point is still valid, but I think there are a lot of people who will be buying these.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, like some of the other sets, like the farm set, whatever it was called, that one has no evil characters in it at all. The treehouse, even, like, they all look very peaceful and nice type thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's certain sets I think will easily sell.
Yeah.
The turtle van.
I mean, there's a lot of like really dark dragons that were in Ninjago that sold really well. The like whole crystal theme that they did, I think, was the most recent theme of Ninjago. They were all like pretty dark, very similar vibe to this actually, and I feel like those sold fairly well. But I mean, I do agree that there will definitely be parents who won't buy it for their kids, and it will like seem too scary and too dark for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, it will be interesting to see what the reactions are, because I really, we were talking in the pre-show, and my gut reaction that is based on nothing but just gut reaction is I think the sets are really cool, but I wonder if this is going to be able to catch on with kids based on this being kind of a I almost feel like this is kind of in between, in a weird in between space between it's for the like boy focus sets. You've got Marvel, Star Wars, and Ninjago that are soaking up a lot of juice, and then on the girls side they got Friends that's really popular with the girls, and this feels like a real in betweeny kind of vague sort of area, but it is really whimsical and the set looks really good. So I just kind of have a nebulous feeling about it. I don't know if kids would be excited enough about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did a really good job at being like gender neutral with it, for sure. Like you were saying, is it can be targeted towards anyone.
Yeah, this is definitely a broad spectrum. It's not too much of one thing in any particular direction.
I really like that. I have high hopes for this theme, to be honest with you. I think it can do really well. I think they also learned a lot from the failure of video, right?
Yeah.
Video had amazing sets and like really cool parts, but it didn't really have like the story to back it up. You know, it was pretty expensive because it was licensed with Universal, but nobody cared about the license with Universal, right? Like nobody wanted to pay license price for that. So
video felt like it was trying to be TikTok for kids.
Right. Yeah. And again, like the app didn't really catch on. Same with Hidden Side, right?
Yeah.
Even though the Hidden Side app was fun if you could get it to work.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've heard of people having trouble with that one. We were able to use it, and Paul really enjoyed that one. He really enjoyed the Hidden Side sets, and that for Paul, we bought a lot of those sets, and he played the game a lot with the sets, and he still plays with some of the sets.
And how old would he have been then? Because those were really creepy and scary stories as well, right?
Like, yeah, but Paul's always been like a Scooby-Doo kid. Like he likes a little creepy and a little spooky, and he's always loved Halloween, and so that for him.
I think there are a lot of kids who are like that, right? Like
Hidden Side
that way.
It hit the Scooby-Doo button for Paul to coin a term, but that for him, he really liked it, and he enjoyed the AR thing with the set and stuff. But I did hear from plenty of people saying they had trouble with the app, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And we all agree the box art for Hidden Side was good. So the box art looks good.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're doing a great thing with putting the stuff on, making the video available in multiple different places at the same time and not leaving anybody out on that. Because that's one thing they've done in the past is they'll put a TV show on a specific cable channel that not everybody has.
Yeah.
You know, and not everybody sees it. Some people miss out, whatever. This is going out on blast, which is great. And they're getting the story out before the sets hit, which is also good because kids will kind of get they'll be exposed to the story before the sets land, and then they'll kind of know who the characters are, and maybe that'll work.
Yeah. Well, and like to your point, so Elves was really fun, and there's like 3 main story arcs within Elves, but it's really difficult to follow because some of them were like a very anime style with like little Lego pieces in the anime style, and it was like a full show and a full series. But then they moved it to like YouTube short series, and it was more like Ninjago-esque, but mini dolls, right? And it's very complicated to follow the full story of Elves. Like even though it's really fun, it was hard to follow it.
And Monkey Kid, it's been difficult to get the story because for the longest time, we had Monkey Kid sets in the US, at least through the Lego store, but you couldn't watch any of the stuff unless you found some bootlegged stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, so you can watch like there's like a mini movie that kicks off the series, and then like I think seasons 2 and 3, maybe 1 and 2 on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon, that's it.
Season. I believe the what you said. Yeah, the mini movie and the first season I think are on Amazon.
Yeah,
but I think
and
season
that's it.
2 and 3 are somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're like somebody else has the rights to that or something, and so we've not been able to watch the other seasons. But Paul really likes the Monkey Kid cartoon.
It's funny, like it's good.
Funny.
Yeah,
it's more anime than some of the other ones are. It's definitely more that kind of thing. But strangely, even though he really likes the Monkey Kid cartoon, he does not care about Monkey Kid sets.
Oh, that's kind of interesting because the
doesn't-
sets are amazing.
Sets.
Yeah,
As everyone knows, I have several of them, but
yeah, they're wonderful.
he doesn't care about the set. So I don't know what's going to hit with him. The new Monkey Kid Dragon, though, I'm sure Small Paul will want that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for them to do Maze Dragon. It looks really good.
Yeah, that's a really good looking dragon. It's very cool.
When going over all the sets last night, I gave a shout out to Small Paul when the dragon came up because it's like, yeah, he'll probably want this one.
Yeah.
You
it looks good.
Yep.
I disagree with you, minifigure collector, on Monkey Kid failing. I just don't think it's popular in the US, but it's very popular in other markets. But it didn't sell well here. Like we were talking about, we don't have access to the storylines and nobody knows what it's about. It's like based on old wives' tales of like more it's Journey to the West, which is like not stories that we grew up learning, right?
Yeah, I mean they're Chinese
centric.
Yeah.
So I think it does really well over there, but just because it doesn't do well over here doesn't mean that it's failing, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there are people in this house that will be excited for the Monkey Kid sets. But yeah, there's lots more stuff to be excited about. But it is just passing 9 and we kind of ran out of time. But that is not true. Some Lego stores do not stock Monkey Kid, but other Lego stores still do, and it depends on where you are.
A lot of US won't carry it. Every the Asian market definitely does, and you can still buy them online.
Yeah, Canadian stores don't have it either. The Canadian Lego stores.
And Amazon still has Monkey Kid too, I think.
I think so.
Yes, but not the most recent. Not a lot of the more recent ones. They don't cycle those ones in until I think they're a year in or something.
And my Bricklink store has Monkey Kid.
There you go.
That's right. So if
I
you
thought the sets were great. I bought them.
So search on Bricklink for Quattro Di Matteo, and you won't find anything. No, I was just hassling Matthew earlier this evening for not using his actual internet username, so nobody can find any of his stuff.
I'm not trying to monetize this forum, people. I'm here just to share my love of Lego.
Serious.
You got to think about your brand.
I'm not thinking about my brand. I need better lighting in here. You know, there's a lot of things that could be better, but you know what? It's not my job. It's a hobby.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody in the chat for joining us and anyone else watching. It was fun to talk about the new sets. We will be back on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Messy Monday as usual. And hopefully the Zoom should be back for that one and we can maybe talk more about new sets because there are a lot of new sets that got revealed and we really only had time to talk about Dreams tonight. So anyway,
you know we should do next show? Have each panelist pick their favorite set that was released and then we can just kind of go around. Then we don't talk about all of them, but could maybe hit the highlights.
Sure. That could be fun. So yeah, come on back and join us on Monday. We'll probably talk about more of the new sets. There's lots of exciting new stuff was revealed. So everybody have a great weekend. And as Fazoom would say, be awesome, build awesome, and be kind to your neighbor. And everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.